We've got some tea to pour today. Now y'all know when I say it's hot. I mean it's steaming, and this time, the kettle involves none other than Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti. Yes, that Yo Gotti, the same one who once rapped about having a crush on Angela years ago and later manifested that relationship into reality. Well, now it's being reported that the two have allegedly split after nearly 3 years together, and woo chile, the way it went down, let's talk about it. So first things first, fans noticed something wasn't right between Angela and Yo Gotti when Angela didn't publicly wish him a happy birthday. I know some of y'all are like, maybe she did it privately, but come on now, we're talking about Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti, a couple who used to show out just a little on the gram. They weren't super flashy, but they were definitely proud of each other. So when her man's birthday came around and she was silent, that was red flag number 1. Then eagle-eyed fans discovered that the couple had unfollowed each other on Instagram, and y'all already know, unfollowing is the millennial/Gen Z way of saying I'm done with you. Now, social media clues might not always mean a breakup, but in this case, the signs were piling up. Angela and Gotti had been low-key for a while, but completely disappearing from each other's feeds, unfollowing, no stories, no likes, no mutual shoutouts. Yeah, something was up. So naturally, the speculation started rolling in. Now, this breakup didn't come out of nowhere. There have been rumors swirling for a while now, especially about Yo Gotti allegedly cheating. The streets have been whispering about this nurse that he was allegedly seeing behind Angela's back. Now, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Those rumors never came with hard evidence. But what is being said now is that the real issue wasn't just cheating, it was emotional neglect. Sources close to the couple are saying that Angela felt like she was the one holding the relationship together. That she was putting in more love, more effort, more time, and Gotti just wasn't matching her energy. Let's not forget, Yo Gotti is a businessman. He's not just a rapper, he's a CEO. He's running CMG, managing artists, flying city to city for appearances, studio time, meetings, and everything in between. And while that's great for the bag, it's not always great for the boo. Allegedly, Angela felt like she was getting the short end of the stick when it came to quality time. He was always working, always on the move. And at a certain point, she started to feel like she wasn't a priority in his life. Y'all, we've seen this story before, haven't we? A woman who's ride or die, putting in the time and energy, waiting around while her man's chasing success. But when it's time to show up for her emotionally, he's MIA. That seems to be the tea here. And then, of course, comes Glorilla. Yes, that Glorilla. Yo Gotti's breakout artist. And this is where things really get messy. Now, let me be crystal clear here. Glorilla is Yo Gotti's artist, not his girlfriend. But that hasn't stopped the internet from speculating that their relationship may have crossed some boundaries. Why? Because Gotti goes hard for her. He buys her expensive gifts, promotes her like crazy, makes public statements about how proud he is of her, and they're often seen in close proximity. To be fair, she is a top-tier artist under his label. The only artist doing better than her in his camp right now is Moneybagg Yo. So, naturally, he's going to invest in her, protect her brand, and keep her at the forefront. That's business. But Angela allegedly wasn't feeling that closeness. And when your man is constantly showing up for another woman in ways he's not showing up for you, even if it's strictly business, those feelings of insecurity and neglect, they grow. Now let me just pause and say this. Do I personally think Yo Gotti and Glorilla are romantically involved? Honestly, no. I think it's more of a mentor/prodigy relationship that's been misinterpreted by the public. But if Angela was already feeling like she was coming second in her own relationship, this dynamic with Glorilla probably didn't help at all. As for Angela, listen, she's not just some socialite. She's a smart, independent businesswoman. She's got her own brand, she's a mother, and she's been in the public eye for years. She doesn't need a man to validate her, and she's shown time and again that she'll walk away if she's not getting what she deserves. According to what's being said now, Angela grew frustrated by Gotti's lack of presence. The constant travel, the sleepless nights in the studio, the lack of communication, it all added up. And when you start to feel alone in a relationship, that's one of the loneliest feelings ever. Insiders say Angela felt like she was doing her part, being supportive, being patient, but when it came time for him to reciprocate that same energy, it just wasn't there. And as a one who's already been through public heartbreak in the past, she wasn't about to keep giving chances to someone who didn't prioritize her. So now the question is this really the end? Because let's not act like this is the first time Angela and Gotti have had drama. They've had rough patches before. But this one feels different. This one feels final. The unfollowing, the silence, the lack of even a basic birthday post. It all feels like closure, even if it's unspoken. Of course, we've seen celebrity couples bounce back from worse. But something about this one feels like both of them may be ready to move on for good. I could be wrong, and I'll be watching to see if they spin the block. But for now, it's giving it's over. Okay, now while we're already talking about Glorilla, let's switch gears just a little bit. Because baby, she's in the headlines again, and this time it's not about music. Fans are convinced that Glorilla recently got a nose job, and let me tell you, they are analyzing these photos like it's a case study. She recently posted a couple pictures on Twitter, and let's just say, her nose looks a little different. The nostrils are more narrow, the bridge looks smoother, and the tip is more defined and slightly lifted. It's subtle, but noticeable, especially when you compare it to older photos. Then, she went live a few days later, and that's when people really started buzzing. You could see the change from certain angles, and now social media is debating whether it's surgery or just good makeup and lighting. Now let me say this, there's nothing wrong with getting a nose job. In the entertainment industry, especially in hip-hop and pop culture, plastic surgery is basically part of the brand. Celebrities get work done all the time, but the key is to make it look natural. And, to Glorilla's credit, if she did go under the knife, it looks like she got it done right. No harsh lines, no pinched nose, it's giving enhanced, but not fake. But that hasn't stopped fans from dissecting her appearance. Some are praising the new look, saying she looks more refined and camera-ready. Others are saying they preferred her more natural look from before. And then, of course, you've got those who are just being messy for the sake of being messy. But here's the thing, if she did it and she likes it, then that's all that matters. So to wrap this all up, what do y'all think is really going on here? Do you think Angela was justified in walking away if she felt like she wasn't a priority anymore? Was the situation with Glorilla blown out of proportion? Do you think Gotti was truly being shady or just focused on business? And are we going to see a reconciliation, or are both of them really done for good? And while we're at it, what are your thoughts on Glorilla's possible nose job? Do you think she did something subtle to enhance her look, or is the internet doing too much as usual? Either way, I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts, opinions, and tea in the comments section below because I know y'all always have something to say.